Ara Ara.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Ara Ara Channel. I'm your host Vivs, and with me today is my usual co-host Amy. Hi Amy.
Hi.
And today we will be discussing events.
Events that have been ongoing here in Dubai, one after the other.
Yeah, it's like every week,
Yeah.
there's an event. Like MEFCC happened, and then JPEX happened, and then Sharjah conference happened, and then DEF is happening this weekend. So like it's back to
Exactly.
back to back. My wallet is crying, bro. I need a break. No, but it's cool that there are events happening on a weekly basis now. I mean, at
Yeah.
least in this season,
Mm.
before summer fully comes in, because
Yeah.
it wasn't like this last year, no? Was it?
No, it wasn't like this at all before. Like all we had was popcorn and MEFCC, and DEF. That's it.
Yeah, DEF.
That's
JPEX
it.
is new. That's
JPEX
for
is new.
sure. Which that's gonna be what we will be talking about. JPEX, how we were the brand ambassadors of JPEX,
Ooh.
and what we've done so far in that event. And also our feature in Dubai One.
Yeah.
Your girls were on TV. So yeah.
National TV, baby.
But before that, how are you, Amy?
I'm fine. Aside from all the events, I've been very busy because I don't know. It's like I've been saying this for a while now. There was nothing in January, February, March. It was quiet. It was very strange for those months to be quiet because it's still cold. But then suddenly April, it's just everything was happening. So it's like I'm busy also with like a lot of outside work because also outside work decided to be busy on April. I don't know what was happening, but yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Because you know
like
it's the creative scene, so I have no idea.
no, it's the same for
Huh?
me. I feel like those months. No, actually, it was January and Feb was quiet,
Mm.
and then March came in, and then we started becoming busy. Remember Ramadan? There's a busy
Yeah.
Ramadan for us. What else? How about you getting shortlisted again?
Oh yeah. You remember my life updates more than me. so so Vibs, for her, this is all just fun and games. She's just like, yeah, of course she got in. Okay, but for me, I still am like, oh wow, I got it. So the Paramount Film Festival, we create drama. They have a film festival every year, and I was there last year. And this year, I really had no plans of participating again. But then I joined out of spite, out of spite because I thought that someone would be joining. And then I was like, oh, I don't want that person to win if like, I wanna compete if that person's there. So I was like, let me submit a script. And I don't know if that person even submitted the script, but that person's not in the finalists. So yeah, mission accomplished. But also now that I'm in, I might as well pull it together and just push for the film, right?
Yeah.
So then I posted a story and I was like, hey, yeah, I really didn't plan for this film. Like, somebody help me. And then Vibs was like, what do you mean? Like, of course you would get in. Like, by
No,
now you
because
should know.
no, I mean, this is how much I trust Amy's creative decisions. Because when you did the short film for MEFCC, we were talking about how I missed the shoot. I wasn't able to help out, and
Mm,
you were planning for me to be there to help out and stuff, which we discussed previously before. But then I wasn't able to, so I said it's okay. I'll just help you out in Paramount. Like once your
yeah.
film is there. She's like, what? Yeah, because I know that you will get in. Like that's how confident I am for you. So
Yeah.
see,
Thank you.
I trust you
Thank you.
so much.
Yeah, that I realized how much pressure that was because I didn't expect so many people to respond to my story and
Mm.
be like, yeah, I think I can help you. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't expect too many people to trust me. I
Yeah.
don't trust myself on a daily basis, but thank you very much.
Yeah. So I'm excited for your film. Let's see what it's gonna
Yeah.
be.
I had no confidence in the script, but then I showed it to a few people and they're like, why do you have no confidence in this? It's a really nice script. So at this point, it might be imposter syndrome.
Could be. That's possible.
So, but yeah, like that's just like one of the events that's upcoming. But like back to the main topic, we had JPEX. it's the first time that it's here in Dubai. It was established by four Emiratis, which is something that UAE locals are very very proud of. And that event really did have a lot of locals, which it's very proud for them to see, because it's not just like a big establishment covering this event. It's just four guys, and it just happened to be UAE nationals as well. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I really like that there were so many Emiratis who are supporting the event. We managed to talk to some of them, and they even said that I'm not really into anime, but I'm here just to support the four guys who built this event, which is really cool, like having a supportive people around you like that. And not even people,
Mm,
like they don't even know each other. They're just there to support their countrymen, which is
which is really
nice.
cool. Yeah.
True. And then we couldn't attend day one because it's on a Friday and it was a bit tough to file another leave, at least for me. Your corporate girly who just filed a leave for MEFCC and then filed again another leave for Dubai One. So, like, my manager might tell me, what do you plan on doing with your life, huh?
Get famous,
Rich?
duh. Like, at this point you would be like, oh, we're so happy you even come into the office because we have a famous person in the office, like, duh.
Exactly. They should be happy. I'm coming to the office still. I'm just joking. I still want to be employed. But yeah, so we couldn't attend day one. Day two, it was so like okay. Comparison wise, it's not a huge event. It's small compared to the ones that we've attended so far. It's even smaller than popcorn, I think. Right?
Yeah.
Smaller, but then again, I feel like people are more open to talking to each other because
Mm,
of that. Like it's a small
yeah.
place, people know each other, or people are more open to talking, and we see celebrities walking.
Yeah.
They're just like walking there, like Hiroshi Kitadani and the voice actor of Frieza and also voice actor of Shikamaru, like, you know,
Yeah.
just like that.
It was very reminiscent of the very first MAFCC,
Hmm.
when, like I told you before, right? Like, the celebrities are just roaming around. Like, it's fine because
Yeah.
no one's really going to stampede over there. I mean, in Dubai in general, like, people don't really rush over the celebrities. But I guess if it's an event, it's different. I don't know. But yeah, for this particular event, no one really like bothered when they were walking around. Of course, when they're on stage, everyone's hyped because they're on
Hmm.
stage, or like they're still paying for the autograph, they're still paying for the photo. But when they're walking around, no one's like, bothering them.
Do you think it's because they're Japanese talents, or if it's like Hollywood artists, do you think it will be different?
I don't think so. I think it's
Because like
I think
imagine
it would be the same.
imagine Andrew Garfield just walking around in MEFCC. I think it will be chaos.
Yeah, maybe, I guess it depends. I don't know.
Obviously, the celebrities, the Japanese talents, comparing it to Andrew Garfield is different. Like
Mm.
that's a really huge celebrity. So it's not fair comparing them to Andrew Garfield, but like, yeah, it really depends.
But yeah, no, it was a really nice event. It was very reminiscent of the first MEFCC, and people genuinely enjoyed it. And I personally, genuinely, really enjoyed it compared to this year's MEFCC.
Why?
Uh, I feel like, considering, not even just considering that it's just four guys handling it, but it was a lot more organized than this year's MEFCC. I mean, you can't compare scales, but you're also, there's still a scale of people working around the clock for MEFCC, and you're still talking about four guys.
I don't think it's fair to compare MEFCC to JPEX in that sense because again, the scale is different. There's also a few downsides on JPEX that I can think of, like I guess marketing wise. It's not as obviously as loud as MEFCC because they have budget compared to JPEX. But I would say I like the vibe of the
Yeah.
event, the Japanese part. I like the matcha, and the sweets that they were giving us, that they have areas for every activity, like there's a TCG area, then you have the FNB area, and people can just sit and talk to each other easily.
Mm,
And what I like is the stage.
mm,
It's like, man, you can just literally see Hiroshi Kitadani performing just like that.
Mm.
If he will be coming to the Philippines, it's gonna be way different because obviously the fans there are a lot more,
Big Japanese fans, yeah.
yeah, compared here. But it's hard to imagine seeing Hiroshi Kitadani just like that on
Mm.
stage. Like you can literally, huh? That's him, you know? Even Ash the Hero had proper stage in MEFCC.
I feel like it's maybe yeah, maybe because it was smaller, it felt more of a community of
Yeah,
people who actually enjoyed being there rather than MEFCC where it's more commercialized.
yeah.
It's just big pop-up stores. Well, there were pop-up stores here, but it's still they had a place for the gamers. They had a place for the TCG
People,
players, which
yeah.
is not the case in MEFCC. Not really. It's a big place for selling. That's what MEFCC is.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with the commercialized part. That's 100%. I feel like JPEX was more authentic in that
Yeah.
sense. Like you can feel the passion
Mm.
out of what they've done compared to MEFCC. I would say MEFCC last year was passionate.
Yes, MEFCC last year, we said it in the last episode. Whoever
Yeah.
handled that one, they were geeks for sure, and they loved One Piece for sure.
Yeah.
But this year it was like, yeah,
Just
an
this.
event for an event. Yeah.
First day, I think we didn't stay. I personally didn't stay much because I wasn't feeling well. That was also the day that we recorded the MEFCC episode, which you guys
Oh,
will know. Which you guys will know why I wasn't feeling well that day.
mm.
And I went home early. I think you stayed for a while.
I stayed
And
till
we were
closing.
not, yeah, and we were not in cosplay. And
Mm.
since I was broke, I wasn't planning on meeting any artists. Even though Hiroshi Kitadani was there, I was like, calm down, calm down. You know? But when I saw him perform, that's when I changed my mind that, hey, I have to get his autograph. I have to do
Exactly.
something. Especially when I saw the people's stories of how his CD looks like and also the autograph and
Mm.
all. It's like, damn it, now I have to mm, spend money.
Mm.
So yeah. And then day two happened. Is there anything else you want to add for day one?
No, like for me, what I wanna point out was, you know how people's stories convinced you to spend
Yeah.
money, right? MEFCC learned because you guys didn't allow photos and videos this year, so there was nothing to put in stories for people, just saying.
No, but really, if I didn't see the stories of other people, I wouldn't feel like I should get
Mm.
the autograph. Another example is when we posted our Nami photo. There was one
Mm.
guy who we met in JPEX, Yazan. He
Oh
was messaging
yeah.
me. He was messaging
Yeah.
me that even during MEFCC, he asked me, "Oh, Nami looks so cool." Blah blah blah. Like we had a full conversation about that, and that convinced him to take photos with Nami.
Yep.
You know, so like that's the power of people posting stories. I guess.
Mhm.
Are we influencers now?
We influenced someone to pay for Emily Rudd's photos. So
No, just kidding. But yeah, like people, once you see it, then you will get enticed to,
yeah, people are
purchase
visual
something.
people. At least that's what I personally feel, especially in the last episode where we mentioned MEFCC. Like, don't stop people from taking photos and videos because it does have a reach that, you're probably not realizing.
And, more money.
Mm. But speaking of us being influencers now, we were also on TV. So, like, we're definitely influencers.
Oh my god, that term makes me cringe. But anyway, okay. But anyway,
Mm,
going back to JPEX,
mm,
day two, okay.
mm.
I think we decided to cosplay.
No, day three because we didn't go day one.
Ah,
So our
shucks, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it was day
Sorry, it
two where that
expanded
happened. Yeah, yeah. And then day three was when we decided to cosplay. Why did we do that again?
Hiroshi Kitadani.
Oh yes,
Yeah. Because I
because
wanted to spend money
yeah, because I don't cosplay. The only thing
for
I've done
fun.
is
Yeah.
Luffy,
Yeah.
and it's because of content. It's like, oh, we're going to see Taz and Inyaki. Okay,
Inyaki?
I'll wear Luffy. Oh, we're gonna see Emily Red. Okay, I'll wear Luffy. Oh, we're gonna or we're gonna have a
We're
photo
gonna
with Kitadani. Oh, I'll wear Luffy.
But yeah, because I was so nervous that maybe they will not allow group photos like
Mm.
MCC. Like I was like, please let us do two photos or like two persons in the photo. So yeah, We didn't shoot much. Actually, this is the first event I feel like we just went there to enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, we still shot. We still shot content, but yeah,
Yeah,
it was a very enjoyable event.
yeah. Very chill, enjoyable, and I like that the F&B area was just right beside the stage,
Mm.
which you can watch whatever is happening. Oh, I didn't get to see the cosplay competition in day 2.
Oh
You were there.
yeah, I was there. I was there. I
How was it?
mean, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. They had two different categories. One was for performance and one was for craft. Shadowheart, as usual, was one of the winners in the
Is that
craft
even a question?
category. It's
Yeah.
not a question, but he was second place, I believe. But
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Who's the first place? I bet you didn't know.
ah, I didn't really know. I forgot who first place was, and this is true that I forgot.
Yeah.
So
Should we proceed with day 3?
that
No,
is day three.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that day 2 is the cosplay competition. Day 3, we just
Oh yeah.
went in cosplay. We were shooting content as usual. And Hiroshi Kitadani. This is the downside of JPEX that I wanted to mention. The tech
Mm.
area. Like, they really effed it
Oh,
up many times. Many
the
times.
audio.
Yeah. Because even
Yeah.
I think NJ or Nico also told me that even in the cosplay competition, they effed up few things for the performers, like the background music, like what's gonna play on the screen. And it's
Mm.
very important for Japanese people, like when they are performing, especially Hiroshi Kitadani. Hello, man, that's a legend.
Mm.
You shouldn't be
Mm.
messing around with that guy. And like for example, with Ash the Hero, when they performed, I remember that there's a Japanese person in the tech booth. I didn't get to
Yeah.
see if there's a Japanese guy in the tech booth who can help them out because like
No, there
he
wasn't.
performed exactly. So he performed 4 times
Mm.
in the event, twice on Saturday and twice on Sunday. But on all of the performances that we've seen, which is the first one, there were effed up audio. Like
Mm.
they don't know, like they already started the music but then the volume maybe was low so he didn't
Mm.
hear. Then he had to keep saying moichido moichido, meaning please again,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
like there was a gap, like literally he's just standing with his arms like that
Mm.
and then waiting for the music to start. It's really, I would say, disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you
Like
guys should
it's a
have rehearsed it.
performer and you are messing their audio. You're literally messing their performance.
Yeah. And like the
Yeah.
awkward silence in between songs.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like
Mhm.
it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Super embarrassing.
For the audio team, cuz like,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
could you imagine, like, think of it as the scale of, I don't know, like, who's a big singer right now, like, let's say you're like Taylor Swift's audio, like, tech,
Yeah, yeah,
right,
yeah.
her concert, and then you mess up the Eras tour, bro. And the thing is, this wasn't the first performance. He performed many times. He
Yeah.
performed quite a few times, and until the last day the audio people kept messing up. It's like, bro.
So the first performance I managed to see that. The second one I didn't because I already went home for day 2. For day
Mm,
3, on his first performance for the day, they effed up so bad that he walked out. It didn't look like he walked out, but he did. That's why the host was calling him, Kitadani-san, Kitadani-san, where are you going? Because what happened, I remember, was the speaker in the front part. I don't know what it's called, but like there's a speaker that is facing the performer, right? It
mm,
wasn't working. And he kept on saying in Japanese, please, this speaker is not working, or like the volume is too low. And he
mm.
kept on saying that in Japanese. That's why I said there should have been a Japanese person with them in the tech booth because they're
Yeah,
not understanding what he means, like his
true.
instructions. And he shouldn't even be doing that. Those kinds of instructions, because like imagine while he's singing, he's saying in Japanese, "Please fix the speaker." Like, man, that's so embarrassing. Like, it was. I caught it on camera. I have
Yeah.
it in the performance that he did on that day.
Mm,
So he was so pissed. So by the
yeah.
time that we had our photo with him, he was already not in the mood to
Mm.
even do autographs or
No
anything.
one can blame him. No one can blame
Yeah,
him. Really.
it's
It's
really
not his
the
fault.
yeah, it's really the audio
The whoever
problems,
was behind the tech
Yeah.
booth for audio.
Yeah, they should know that this is men. You have to be attentive and you have to really, be prepared. So yeah,
Mm,
that's the only thing that I can say that is not good with the event. But again, it's not because of the event. It was
mm.
the one who's
Because of
managing the
yeah,
audio.
certain people, yeah.
Yeah. It's not something against those four guys who made the event, but
Mm.
these things they should have practiced it. That's why there are rehearsals.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
that's the thing. It's not even okay. Like, like forget. Like, okay, let's say they didn't rehearse and whatever. This is his last show. Like, he had 3 days of performances.
No, three times. So on the third time, that's when he walked out. And the last
Mm,
one, even until the very last one,
yeah,
like it wasn't
and
a
he
smooth
performs
one.
twice in the day. So that's a total of what, 2, 4, 5 performances, and you still got it wrong on the sixth.
Yeah. No, no, no. He only performed on day 2 and 3. He wasn't
Ah,
there in
okay.
day 1, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
but still,
But
three
still,
performances, and you mess up on the fourth.
you mess up on all four.
And you mess up on all four.
Like, give the man a break.
I felt so bad, really.
It was so embarrassing. The secondhand embarrassment was so bad. So yeah, and then we had our photo with him. But the good thing was he was still welcoming when we went there. I didn't think that he would recognize my Nico Robin, but he did. He
Mm.
did say that you're a true nakama. Even though I only watched One Piece last year, he called me a true nakama. So yeah. What else? I was choosing the color of the pen.
Mm.
And then he asked me, what name do you want me to write? So obviously I asked to write my name. And
Mm.
then what else? We took photos.
Yeah.
There's nothing
He,
really much to say
yeah.
about the interaction. It's just
Yeah. He told me kawaii, kawaii.
because you're Luffy.
Yeah.
This girl keeps on stealing the spotlight. Next time, don't come with me. Because you're always dressed as Luffy. So they think you're the main fan. Hello, excuse me. Main fan is here.
No, but that's true though. Like, if you wear something that's more like
Recognizable.
more recognizable, then it doesn't really mean necessarily that you're the true fan. Like, people who wear something more like unknown, they're the like,
Obscure.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, but I love One Piece.
Yeah, but anyway, so that was cool. And then we took photos with him and his iconic pose, the one where
Mm,
his mouth is, like he's screaming. And his
yeah.
energy on stage was really cool. Man, like it's really different when you hear him sing We Are in person.
Mm, yeah.
Like I'm feeling goosebumps right now, you know? It's really different.
But no, that was basically day 3.
Mhm.
But we had to go home immediately. Like, we couldn't really stay for long. I mean, we still finished the event, but we usually, we hang out afterwards with people. But we didn't do that
Mm.
this time because the next day we had our TV interview.
Interview, yes. So I was so nervous about that TV interview. So yeah, thank you, Jason, for referring us to Dubai One for this Japanese episode. I was so nervous because like I don't wanna, mess it up while
Yes,
on
on
TV.
national TV.
Hey, girl, please.
Yeah.
Although they did send us the guide questions in advance,
Mm,
but they didn't exactly mention it word for word, right?
yeah.
Like
And they
they
still
had
had
to
on the spot
rephrase.
questions as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they had Erim with them, which we will mention earlier. So that's why we couldn't stay late in JPEX because we had to prepare, and Amy had to prepare her clothes as well for the day. When we came to the studio, I was the one who was super nervous. Like I was really
Yeah.
reading the guide questions. I even prepared my answers beforehand. It's like, this is what I'm gonna answer here, here. I prepared answers for each and every question just in case. Because Amy said they might ask us both. I was like, ugh. Because I told her, let's prepare answers. Like, for example, we will do alternate. Like, first question is
Mm.
me, second is her. Like, she's like, nah, they said both. So I was like, Amy, why are you doing this to me? Now I have to memorize everything for all the questions. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
did.
And so, and what was funny was because so she was stressed, right? She's like really trying to memorize, and she was like, Amy, these are our pointers. She's showing me her notes as well, like, these are our pointers, okay, I need you to say these things. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, okay, cool. So that stressed her out even more because I was so nonchalant about the whole thing. And she was like, girl, like, hello, like, what's up? And I'm like, no, because I've been to this studio before, I came here. So Sheen Gurb, she's a friend of mine. So I went with her when she was on TV last time, which was not very far off. Maybe it was a 2 week gap. So I'm like, oh, I know the place. And she's like, it doesn't matter if you know the place. We're always going on TV. I'm like, yeah, it's chill. And then while we were there, I was just watching stories.
Stories. This girl, I was so stressed out. Like
I could
like,
feel Viv staring at my phone and just being like, I want to strangle this girl. I really do.
like no, I mean, and she's like la 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 la. It's like, Lord, give me patience and strength. No, but what calmed me down, I guess, one of the things that calmed me down was Erim when I saw
Mm,
him there, because it was like it's nice seeing a familiar face. That's why we
yeah.
even asked if Paris will be on the show, because like if Paris will be there, I feel like I will be more, you know, calm
Mm.
and not super stressed, because like a familiar face, okay, I'm gonna be fine, you know. So I think what do you call this, it was mentioned to us that there will be a pro cosplayer with us in the episode, but they didn't
Yeah.
mention who.
Mm.
So we were like, huh, okay. So when we saw him, we're like, high five, that's cool. And he was the main guest, actually. Like
Yeah. He
main
was the
guest
guest
means,
co-host. Yeah.
yeah, guest co-host. So he also asked us few questions, which was nice.
Mm.
And yeah, overall the experience was nice. And I'm happy with the turnout of the episode.
Yeah.
At least I didn't fumble too much, but I was so nervous. I was even overthinking, Amy, we didn't thank them. Oh my god, I didn't say thank you. Like, yeah, that's how.
Yeah. So yeah, like what Viv said, like Isa being there, it was really cool because when we came a bit earlier, so the producer that was there was like, oh, once the guest co-host comes in, I'll introduce you to him. His name is Isa. We're like, okay, cool. Like it didn't really click. Like, oh, this is the same
Isa,
person,
yeah.
Isa in our heads or the one that we know. And then when he came in, we were like, Isa? He was like, oh, girl. So, and then the producer came out because I guess he messaged the producer he was there. I don't know. She came out and then she was like, this is, and then like she could already tell that we
That
were
we know each other, yeah.
already, yeah, yeah, that we knew each other. And so we also told her, no, don't worry, like we know each other. That was
We're
really
cool.
cool. Then we also got to meet the general manager of Takahisa, Mika.
Hmm.
So it's a Michelin star Japanese restaurant here in Dubai. And that's super cool.
Yeah.
That's
Super
super
awesome.
cool.
And they also had one more restaurant, but they were not with
Mm.
us in the studio. Like
Mm.
if you watch the actual episode, the interview was done in their restaurant.
Yeah.
So I think they featured two restaurants, us, and then
Mm.
obviously the
Isa.
guest co-host, which was Isa.
And the ones who interviewed us was Katie, Dina, and Tom. And they were like absolutely lovely. Like they were really, really, really nice. So
Yeah.
I guess that also like helped calm Vibs down. Not me, I have
Yeah.
zero feelings. Um, I'm like, oh, it's our turn. Okay.
Because I was really so nervous. Like, I mean, we've been to TV studios. It's not our first time entering a TV
Yeah.
studio. It was part of our uni days, and like,
Mm.
I have a sister who is an artist, so like, I'm used to going to TV stations, but it's different when you're the one on TV. You're the one
Mm.
being interviewed because we're the ones usually doing the interview part. You
Right.
know, so like, it's a totally different feeling.
Mm.
As I said, I'm happy with the turnout. And I'm so proud that even our videos were flashed on the screen in
Yeah.
the post edit, which I told Norvin, your edits are on live TV, you know. And we ate fast food.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
ate
As
fast food
a
after that.
reward. As a reward. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No, but I really loved Katie and Dina. Like you could
yeah,
tell
actually,
that they also really enjoyed having the conversation with us. And like even afterwards, they're like, girls, let's take a picture. like, "You want to take more pictures?" They were so nice.
Yeah, they were even the ones who said that hey,
Mm.
stay for a while. We will just finish the episode, then let's take photos. And what Katie said stuck with me. That she said, "My jaw was hurting. I can't stop smiling." You
Yeah.
know, you guys are so cute together. So cool. Dina and Katie were so amazing.
And then we ate because, like, I don't know, did you eat breakfast that day? Or were you too nervous to eat?
I think I ate.
Okay.
I think. See, I
Yeah.
don't even remember. I
the
think I
the
did.
beginning parts were a blur.
Yeah, it was like I only remember the after. No, because like it was so nerve wracking, and we're representing Ara Ara. That's why, like
Yeah.
it means so much when you're representing something that you really love,
True.
and you want it to be represented in the right way. Like what I said, I don't want to be a mess while talking because I
Mm.
feel like I will fumble or like, yeah. I just want to avoid that. But yeah, we did look great on screen, if
Yeah, we
I may
looked
say
really
so myself.
yeah, we did. But yeah, no, because, like, for me, I really can't do the memorization stuff. I know I act, but, like, I really can't do memorize something because I feel like I would fumble more because I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to say that one word, and now, like, my whole day is ruined. So I have to improv everything.
Yeah, but like for example, for me, memorizing comes easy, I guess. That's why like
Mm.
you were surprised with Ash the Hero when we
Mm.
were interviewing them because I
I
didn't ask you until the very end
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
for the questions, right? Because like I memorized some of it and I've
Mm.
only seen it like maybe once or twice.
Yeah, no,
You
for me it's
know,
really improv for me. Nico calls me what do you call, a pro bullshitter, because I can just make yeah, because I can just make shit up on the spot. And it's like, even after, remember? And the thing is, I don't remember afterwards. I could have said, like, the smartest thing, and I would be like, all right, well, I'm done, and I would forget everything. Because even afterwards, Vivs told me, it's a good thing you brought up that we started as three hosts, and, like, we all had our different blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yeah, really? Like, I don't know.
no, because it's not even in my list because that question wasn't in the guide question, right?
Yeah.
The role that we have in the podcast, it wasn't there. So I was like, oh my God, good thing this question went to AB. It's like, I don't know. I will say, yeah, huh.
Balance as everything should be.
Yeah, I think I would have bombed that question if it was directed to me. That's why I was like, yes, yes.
No, I think that was the strange thing. I think I got all the random questions, and you got the more memorized questions,
No,
coincidentally.
no,
The
no, no, no,
only
no. I think how it panned out in my head was how it really happened.
mm,
Because the questions that I really deeply memorized were the ones that were asked to me because I
yeah.
know they will try to alternate things. The
Mm,
only time that I guess my answer was cut short was when I said, they asked us like what was the top moment that you can think of, right? And I
mm,
said the Apple podcast, and I wanted you to be the one who mentions about the interview with Yoichi Takahashi.
yeah.
Like I want you to have that part.
No, and the only improv question you really got was from Isa about
Yeah.
your cosplay experience. Yeah.
No, I watched the episode and I was right. He asked like,
Yeah.
what was the first event that you attended as a podcast? He meant as a
Ah.
podcast, as Ara Ara. That's why I said
Oh.
EMG.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Yeah.
I swear, because I
No. No.
was
No. I know. I
overthinking about
know.
this.
No. I know. I know. I know. I know.
I was overthinking about this because Amy said, "Oh, you heard him wrong. He actually asked you when did you first cosplay." I was like, "What?" But yeah, I think I did well. It's just that I forgot what EMG meant, which was Esports Management Group. And speaking of
Mm.
memory, Nico's memory was insane for remembering what Vokame means. I'm gonna mention it in this episode. I don't care.
Not related to us being on TV, but she had to say it.
Yeah,
Because it was in the previous
yeah,
episode,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't remember what Vokame means, and I was like,
Yeah.
while I was editing, I had a thought. Let me ask Nico, and then he immediately replied. Vokame
Because
means values-oriented communication and media education. I was like, Okay.
Because yeah, no, because these two apparently, Nico and Vivs, behind my back, they were talking about how they memorize things and like, oh, we prepare before stuff. But Amy is
Amy is Amy.
pro bullshitter.
So yeah, it was funny. Anyway, that's it. And I was super excited seeing us on TV. Like I
Yeah.
literally watched the episode, the full episode. So right after the previous show, which was Emirates News TV, I think, or Emirates News, right after that they showed our clips.
Mm.
So there was a commercial break, and then the intro of the episode, they showed our clips already, and then cut to the part that they were introducing the show, blah blah, and so on and so forth. So
Mm.
yeah, you didn't see that part,
Interesting.
no?
No, because I was actually outside hanging out.
Mm.
When I say I'm nonchalant about things, I'm like, oh wait, guys, I have to go on TV. Like I'm gonna be on TV. But
Check
we
this
made it
out.
on time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
yeah,
made it
yeah.
on time because we were hanging out, but then so we went to a cafe, but then for some reason their internet was down. So we were like, okay, let's go. So this was in Unwind in Zabil.
Mm.
And then their internet was down and we are like, okay, where's a cafe that we can go to now that has internet? So we went all the way to Rika. So we were
Oh.
trying to catch the time. Yeah.
Mm.
So we only started watching when the show started. Like we made it exactly at 8.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And the thing is, like, Norvin and some of our friends did watch party on
Yeah,
Discord.
that
Like,
was cute.
I wasn't with them. Like, okay, see, the thing is, I had my laptop open. The Discord was open there, and I had my projector where I was watching the live TV, right? So I was
Mhm.
focusing more on the projector because I want to see everyone's
Yeah.
interview, like Essa's interview, and also the Mika. Because the thing is, we were there in the studio, but we couldn't hear them,
Mm.
right? Because like they are in that area, and we were quite far. Like, yeah, you can hear the laughter and stuff, but you couldn't hear it clearly. So that's why
Yeah.
I wanted to watch the whole episode. I was only checking Discord from time to time, like for the reactions and stuff. And when it was about time for our show to be there, they said like, "Oh, super exciting!" Because they showed the clips and everything. And like, I wasn't paying attention to the Discord because I was just like looking at myself and
Mm.
us, like because we were saying that we look fat on TV,
Ah, yeah, yeah.
right? Because like the big monitor that they have there, like,
Yeah, it did make us look bigger.
ah, but at
Yeah,
least it
but we
wasn't.
still look nice. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad as I thought.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't as bad, but yeah.
yeah, so in the watch party, there were few people there. I just remembered Cheney, Ray, Midnight, and some of our more of our friends, which I
Hmm.
don't remember exactly who. But yeah, that was fun. Like seeing us on TV, like
Yeah, we were cute. We were cute.
yeah, proud moment. Even
Yeah.
though my lips look way different than how I usually do it. Because like
Yeah.
when they did my lipstick, the lady did like overline and stuff.
Mm.
As you said, like very Arabic lips.
Yeah.
The way she did the makeup. And our bangs. Everyone was saying that our bangs were on point that day. Yeah, it was filled with hairspray, that's why. But yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, is there anything else that you want to mention?
No, nothing else. Yeah, it was just a really fun day.
Yeah. And this is gonna be a short episode, yes. Because last time I thought MEFCC was gonna be a short episode, but it ended up becoming like almost 2 hours. I was like, Amy, what am I gonna do with this? Yeah. So what else? DEF, we're going to Game Expo,
Mm,
and watch out for our content. That's it.
yeah, still a lot of fun content coming up.
Yep. Anything you want to promote, Amy?
No, just follow me on at just Amy Fang.
Oh, before anything else, I forgot to mention, which I also want to promote, guys. We made a group chat
Oh
on
yes.
WhatsApp, which is a very very weird thing that happened. So the thing is, we had the Reddit group, right? Subreddit for
Mhm.
UAE anime community, and before MEFCC, I asked them who's coming to MEFCC. So some of them said yes, we're coming, blah blah. But some of them said that they're coming in alone. So that's why I asked them, do you guys want to have a WhatsApp group so that we can coordinate, do a meetup, so that you wouldn't feel alone in the event? So we
Hmm.
ended up doing that group chat, which grew into a full blown community.
Yeah. We're really,
Like,
really happy.
yeah, like from 20 people, now there's 100 people in it, which has
Yeah.
different subgroups, which is like cosplay, anime, gaming, gunpla, what else?
And this is
Off
like in
topic
two
and event.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the growth that happened was like less than a week.
Less than a week, yeah.
Yeah, like less than a week. So, guys, if you want to join, hang out with us for UAE people who has WhatsApp, we will put the link in the description so that you can join our discussion in our groups. You can select whichever discussion you want to join to. You don't have, because see, you don't have to like anime to be in cosplay. You don't have to
Right.
like gaming to be in anime. So,
Right.
you know, that's the idea behind it. And yeah, for me, just follow me at Vibs Black Mage. Also, do check out our Discord server. And still, we have the subreddit. And that's it for this episode. See you guys on the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Ara Ara